Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. We've got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed or whatever works for you. So, all right, I'm going to make sure I've got the questions just so. Come on, please load. Please. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. No. Technical. That's a sport thing, isn't it? Stop. Stop. Thank you. Okay. Technical issues. I can't see anything. Hi. Okay, we're getting there. Page is reloading. I gotta say, having been a teenager in the 80s, there are a lot of people, younger people, who think that the 80s were all about the neon. On the ground? Oh, heck no. Oh, it was not. It was very much for a while about the, it basically went from being about the primary colors to being about the pastel-y colors. So, yeah. This is actually more accurate for the time than any of that neon stuff or whatnot. But anyway. Oh, all right. Did you see Jon Stewart? Amazing. Wonderful. It knocked it out of the park. They all did. The whole group over there. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. The other thing about the 70s was it was very much a reaction against the 70s. The thing about the 80s, it was very much a reaction against the 70s. So when I was, at least where I was in the 80s, actual orange, not like this kind of yellowy, but like orange was, no, that was not a good color, except my mother had this really, really great white and orange. She always had some orange in her kitchen, on the wallpaper in the kitchen. That was cool. But the when they went to hang the wallpaper, when we moved, one of the times we moved to West Virginia, the guy who was hanging the wallpaper came out into the living room and said, are you sure you want this all over? Anyway. Bernie says, yes, I watched it. He was so funny. Yeah. Seafoam, pink. Yeah. Deputy burnt orange. Yeah. Melissa says I had an orange kitchen for years. So, all right. So Traveling Tarot is saying that there's a nasty, like severe cold or something going around. Okay. Just be careful. Be careful. Thank you. Anyway, so M says, I know the questions are pre-submitted, but Russia flew jets into NATO territory violating Estonian airspace. Yeah. There was a question up front. We'll start. Let's say 4 minutes, 30 seconds in. I can't remember who said it. I'm so sorry. Really heavy, and it felt like the 1930s or 40s, or like something was going to happen. Kind of. Because we have what's going on with all these outer planets all aspecting each other at the same time is a vast amount of energy. And the thing you have to understand is if you go back 100 years or almost 100 years, a lot of these planets were aspecting each other, but there were more that were square, like that's a square, there we go, 90 degrees, or oppositions. And so it was actually more tense. If you were alive and chugging your way through, like let's say you were born in 1900 and you were 14 years old when World War I started. You had some heavy stuff ahead of you. Let's face it. Between World War I, the Spanish flu, 20s was not great for everybody. Then you had the Great Depression, then you had World War II. That's a lot. And a lot of those same planets are still in effect now, just differently. So, so anyway, I won't go into too much more, but Emma says my grandparents were born in 1900. Oh, there we go. And I will bring you more information on that in future. But I just wanted to mention that there's still, if it's like, why does it feel like that? Because there's some astrological stuff going on that it isn't the same, but it's similar-ish. So yeah, and also the one thing I will show you is today's, like right now in the sky. Well, at least in the morning when I pick this up, doesn't make much difference. Share. Here we go. Right now, the planets look like that. Yeah. And that is this here, and I can move this for a second. There. That shape is called a kite, which would make sense. So you have all of these outer planets, even though they're all in retrograde, you have all these outer planets, they're still aspecting each other. And now the sun on the far side is actually aspecting that center right here, on and off conjunction between Saturn and Neptune. So it's forming this, it's called a kite pattern. And talk about getting wind in your sails. This is vast amounts of energy with all those outer planets aspecting each other. And then like the sun will come up to there, or on and on. There are vast amounts of energy flowing through right now. So it's hard to just, I don't know how to better explain it. It's like electricity in the air before a storm or something, but it's because it doesn't necessarily mean it's not like there's going to be some horrible storm. Maybe you need the rain, but there are vast amounts of energy going on. So that's what you're feeling. Now, is it good or bad? Deborah's asking. It depends on where it's going to hit you in your chart. But even if it's going to land on something major in your chart, like it is blowing up my chart. Or maybe it doesn't aspect much in your chart. There's still the collective energy that we're being affected. That this is the sea of energy that we're living in. And that's enough to feel it. And it's stressful. You feel like you can't fully relax. That's what this is. Oh, Melissa, thank you so much. Gifted 20 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. So Chris Cool says my grandma was born in 1909. Mine was born in 1910, I think. World War I, Great Depression, World War II, Kennedys and King, Vietnam, Nixon, etc. Oh, bless. She passed in 2001. Oh, bless. Loveliest person I ever knew. Oh. I bet she would have been good friends with my grandma. Born on the 4th of July. Loved my grandma. She'll be there when I pass. She'll be there holding my Nick. My kitten. Anyway. And Boo Boo. And Alfie. And Willie Katz. And Howie, I hope. Anyway. All right. So if you're feeling this overwhelming, again, if you're feeling this overwhelming power, this energy, feels like you can't relax, feels like something's about to break, it could just be, I mean, yeah, we have an eclipse in 2 days, a major eclipse in 2 days, and then we just have sorry, I was trying to fix that and it turned off my, can you hear me? It turned off my microphone for a second. Let me make sure. Audio. It says it's okay. Anyway, Beth says I was up at 3 a.m. again. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. Yes, okay, good. I know what I wanted to talk to you about. At 12 minutes in. All right, that was the heavy astrology. And this is the eclipse. Now, I'm not going to pull up charts and all that because I'm going to tell you this. I'm just going to explain this to you. I was listening to an astrologer last night who was talking about the eclipse and how their experience about eclipse are that eclipse, especially a solar eclipse, they are absolute endings and absolute beginnings. I guess that's one way you could look at it. But he was pointing out, since that's what he believes that so that, for example, Mr. Kirk's funeral or service or whatever it is going to be in a stadium. Did I hear that correctly? Probably going to last a few hours, and it is on the 21st. The eclipse will happen right in the middle of it. I wonder if they'll put up red, black, and white flags to honor Trump. Anyway, yes, Boo Boo is if you see this moving, that's Boo Boo, little burrito-ish, loose burrito. Oh yeah, oh boy, Brianna. So, and what he was saying was, this marks an ending to, for example, what the administration has been doing. But he said what they're talking about at whenever this is, 2:01 p.m. or whatever, whenever the exact moment of the eclipse is, that first minute, whatever they're talking about will set the stage for what the administration is going to do next. I thought that was interesting. It was like, well, there's a thought, terrifying thought, but there's a thought. So I thought, I know this isn't astrology, but I just thought I'd, oh, Anne says, yes, State Farm Stadium, Phoenix, holds 64,000 people. So yeah, let's look at the, let's look at that gathering. Let's just call it a gathering. Hello, Winnaboo. I hope it goes well. Christmas says, my dad looked like Gregory Peck. Oof. Whoa, talk about some good genes. Jane says, we are in the midst of a fight. You will be remembered, Sebastian. Thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. There's only one N in my name, but thank you. It's 10 letters. It's plenty. So how's it going to go? Oh, okay. Do you remember, speaking of the 80s, do you remember the Thompson Twins song? Lies, 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 yeah. They're gonna get you. Yeah. Very much in their feelings and trying to stir up trouble. That's around the issue. Now, the actual thing itself, Wheel of Fortune. This feels like a very much a fated moment. And talking about the plans and all of this and the party faithful, the Trump faithful, working them up into a lather, working people up into a lather, and then reaping the benefits. The best thing we can do is talk as little about it as possible. I mean, here we go over the news. We go over what's going on. We look at what might be happening soon. But on the whole, don't let them push your buttons. Don't let them push your buttons. So, Colleen says, also the aurora borealis lights are very bright and the sun is very active. Oh, that will definitely get the tingles going on the back of your neck. I remember that, Kath. I'm not going to say the title because I don't want to stick it in somebody else's head, but yeah. The bigger, the better. See, that's the thing here. Obfuscation. We're just going to ignore what this person actually said in life, because apparently we're not allowed to quote him, his actual words. Debsy says, news, the Senate rejected the House's proposal for the budget. Oh boy. It's going to be a thing. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, there is definitely an air of Saint Charlie about this. I'm sorry, I can't go along with that. This is a man who was saying that people like Joy Reid and a list of other women of color didn't have the mental brain power I'm not saying something bad about him. I'm quoting him. There should never be violence. Never. I would argue that some of the things he said don't promote good stuff, good things, but okay. Working. They're going to milk this for everything they can and then use it as an excuse to go after the us, basically. Oh, Idel, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. All right. So Burns says MAGA gets wholly upset when he's quoted back in their faces. Yep. So, this should never have happened to him. And violence is wrong. Unless it is self-defense, violence is wrong. So, Missy Me says, I received unaliving threats. My husband was doxxed. Both our jobs received invalid complaints about us because I posted the saint's own words. Oh, I'm so sorry. Man. Here's the thing. Do you know how many people in the past, and we're talking about a completely separate group of people, but your Mansons, all these people who were like, I'm going to do this thing and it's going to lead to this war. What, your Prince Ferdinand or whatever the heck his name was? No, you're not. And I understand people are upset. This should not have happened. At the same time, look, that kind of aggression in America, yeah, don't try to make fetch happen. It's not. It's not. There's going to come a point where they are, and we're just like, what? I got stuff to do. There's going to come a point where they can't ramp things up anymore. They just can't, because the rest of us will be like, okay. Oh, I need to plug my phone in. Literally. Not my phone, my watch. Veronica said, I posted yesterday, do you know why as a country, we celebrate Independence Day? 249, 250, no comments. I don't understand. Sorry, I don't understand. All right, so we will go on to... Sarah was able to help me this morning, for which I am eternally grateful. And she has kids. She has many children. She has her own children. She has foster children. So, hang on, letting this in. There. She really wanted this question covered. So, yep, Deb, it's in the description box. 2335. Okay. U.S. Department of Education announced a partnership Wednesday with more than 40 conservative organizations to create programming around civics aimed at the celebration of the 250th anniversary of the United States. Called the America 250 Civics Education Coalition, the project will be overseen by the Education Department and led by the America First Policy Institute, AFPI, a nonprofit conservative group. It includes Turning Point USA, the White Heritage Foundation, Hillsdale College, and other conservative state and national organizations. As it stands now, the federal government is prohibited by law from any direct supervision or control over the curriculum in schools. Will this go beyond offered curriculum and become compulsory? What could go wrong? Yes, Cat Toy, can you? Indoctrination. I believe there used to be a word for this, or there used to be a term for this. The second word in the term was youth. Yeah, this is great. A rewrite of history. Get ready for fiction. Yes. Oh, boy. Well, look, it ends in the same kind of thing that's already happening, which is President Blunderdum removing history, having museums take down our actual pieces of our actual history. He's already doing that. But I don't think he's really getting away with throwing it all in the trash. Because if the museums are like, okay, take that down, we'll just put it over here, we'll just store it over here. You know, museums have regular rotation. They have so much stuff. They have regular rotation of exhibits. So taking this down and storing it, very easily undone. That I'm not worried about. I'm really not. It should be there, but if stuff just ends up stored, so this, yeah. Boy, really, you really don't like. See, and then you get, this happened a number of years ago, and it raced through the right wing blogosphere, social media, whatever. There was some unhinged, and there was some unhinged liberal mother who took her 6-year-old daughter and had her daughter on her knees crying and apologizing for slavery, that she needed to understand what the whites did and that she's white, therefore she has to carry the, and it's like, that's a bunch of baloney. That's a 6-year-old kid, lady. And stupid stuff like that gets blasted across the careful, gets blasted across the right-wing media. I had someone on the right actually bring that to me and see what you leftists do. I'm like, no, no. So, yeah. He's gonna keep on keeping on the right. How dare they, on the one hand, it is very important we don't forget our history and we don't forget the things that happened before. At the same time, nobody should be blaming anybody else today for something that happened 150 years ago, 200 years ago. You didn't do it. So we need to remember, and we need to be more kind to each other and more understanding, and understand that people are individuals. And individuals should always have the right to be taken as they are, to prove themselves a good person, a bad person, smart or dumb as rocks, whatever it is. Because this means diddly squat. So, but they just get bent out of shape and trying to indoctrinate the kids. And yeah, see, we're going to be in this for a while until we get to pass the midterms, as long as we vote in massive numbers. Bernie says, but the children will not know any different. Somehow they need to be taught the truth. I don't understand what you mean. I'm sorry. Will not know any different. Yeah, they do need to be taught the truth, and they will. This isn't forever. We're not going to be dealing with this forever. We're not. Honestly, we're not. And there are more of us than them. There just are. But we have got to go out and vote. And we got to get the people who stayed on the couch or split their ticket, which really makes me crazy, or tried to vote for a third party, even though we don't have third parties in this country. We just don't. If you want one, can't help you. It's not what it's set up for. There are two umbrellas. Pick an umbrella. If you want one umbrella to go more left or right or whatever, then you've got to work within that umbrella. And you can pull the center more to the left. You can pull the far left more to the center. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you can make adjustments. We can make adjustments in primaries and things like that. But once you get past the primary and you're looking at an actual election, there are two choices in this country. Do not vote for anything other than blue, than Democrats. Please, I'm begging you. That's just how the system works. If you want there to be a completely third umbrella, completely third party, even in other Western countries, they have to form coalitions. We just have baked in coalitions. That's it. Anyway, all right. Chris Cole's saying he's been messing with the Smithsonian too. Oh boy. Thank you, Maria. All right. Oh gosh, I missed a lot. It didn't keep up with the chat till just now. Okay. Tammy says, my daughter's telling me about a school where the kids are no longer able to bring anything for lunch that's louder than a certain decibel level. No carrots, apples, chips, granola bars. I don't know anything about that. I don't know the thinking behind it. So anyway, okay, we shall move on. All right. Retelling Savoy. 32:35. And Deb Z, we're saying just breaking. Judge dismisses the terracotta crockpot suit against the New York Times. Oh, Donnie. Oh, did you see Boop? There he is. Yes. Yay. Traveling Terror says the chewing sets off autistic children. Okay. Oh, Finzenberger, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, please vote. Yes, please vote blue. Yes. Thank you. Never says, I was looking forward to the discovery process. I know. Amanda is pointing out, crackpot is accurate. Yeah. Crackpot, either work really. Yeah, Butterfly Love Child. Maybe it's a special needs school, the auditory sensory issue students. Could be. I mean, I can't have peanuts on an airplane anymore. Not that I've been on an airplane in heaven knows how long, but I can't have peanuts anymore in an airplane. And who cares? You know. Okay. It hurts his little feelings. You want how much money? And I get the feeling let's just say I don't know who was arguing this, who the lawyer was, but I'm not even getting a knight of, because he's the king of wands. I'm not even getting a knight of wands. I'm getting a page. Pretty weak. So apparently Blunderdum was really shocked when, was it ABC, gave him the $15 million or whatever. He didn't expect it to work, and it did. And he was like, hey. Oh, yeah, Squirrel, the Jon Stewart's Dear Leader. Really good. Official I-70 says peanuts. Do you mean the cartoon? Oh, no, the little packets of peanuts you used to be able to get on. You used to get on airplanes. You get peanuts or pretzels, little packets. And they don't do peanuts anymore because too many people have peanut allergies. Because this is from the, even in the air that's being recirculated. So, which is fine. I don't mind. Okay. I don't want somebody to get sick just so I can eat some pack of peanuts. Anyway, 35.50. Wow, there's this. Would you like some background? I'm going to have my Rachel Maddow moment in the A block without the graphics. Until very recently, there was widespread consensus that impoundment was illegal. That is the act of a president withholding or impounding funds that Congress earmarked for a specific purpose. In a 1969 Justice Department memo, the future Chief Justice William Rehnquist wrote that, quote, it is in our view extremely difficult to formulate a constitutional theory to justify a refusal by the president to comply with a congressional directive to spend, unquote. And he concluded by saying, duh. Anyway, and even if some members of the current, this is not a quote, and even if some members of the current court's Republican majority have expressed skepticism about impoundment in the past, will they allow Trump to keep the money that is supposed to be spent elsewhere? Yes, dear. What's up? Hi. You can get up here. What? What? You're fine. Hey, Night Moon Glow says Randy Rainbow put out a new video and post as well. Ooh, I'll have to go check that out. So, President, is the Supreme Court going to let Trump just go, nah, Congress said that money should go over here, but nah, I don't feel like it. Thank you, Bernie. Whoa. Yeah, Congress, hello. Oh, it's all fun to give your power away when the president's in your party. But what happens when the president's no longer in your party? Short-sighted much? Girl says breaking. Senate rejects both parties' bills to avoid a shutdown, leaving the next steps uncertain. Got what, a week? Just over a week. Yeah, he might get away with it for a while. Yeah, there's fruits of labor. Disappointment. This is the card of resources. Put this here, put that there, that's over here, that's, yeah. Chariot. Big, showy, obvious. Knight of Wands. MAGA actions. Ten of Swords. Okay, here's the thing. If Trump was smart, he would let Johnson. He'd tell Johnson, go do this, and Johnson would go do that. This isn't actually necessary. No, it's not shut down. No, the fiscal year for the U.S. government ends September 30th. So it would be October 1st, just over midnight, tick, and then shut down except for things like Social Security and the military. And yeah, anyway. We're hoping there's some temperance there, but Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, and then worry. See, all of this is headed toward, this is all legislative. This isn't dumpster fire. Oh, boo-boo. I love how when he's walking away, he does the catwalk walk, because I don't know if his back legs are particularly long or something, but as he walks. It's very funny. This is very strange. Amy says, no other country runs their government like this. I know. All right. I was trying to look at the, I guess because we were talking about the shutdown, because that energy has just, woof. It's like, oh, I guess we're talking about the shutdown now at 41 minutes in. Like it or not, here we are. I wasn't getting much on the last thing. Like maybe they would give him some more than they should, but that's all I was getting on that. But this, for the shutdown, shutdowns hurt people. King of Cups, Democrats. But how else are Democrats going to fight against the evil things these people are doing? The hateful, hurtful things these people are doing. Trying to send children without parents to another country by just stuffing them all on a plane. What kind of monster do you have to be? But this is, what other way do they have to fight that? That's what I'm getting. They keep getting, the Democrats keep getting yelled at for not using what's available to them to fight against this authoritarian nightmare. But then by getting in the way of things, but it's not their fault. It really isn't. If the Republicans were willing to compromise, maybe, but then they want to be more and more extreme. That doesn't work. Extremism isn't good. Hello. You coming up? Hey. You're so cute. Yes, you are. You are a good boy. Yes, he is. Did you have a nap? Did you have a nap? Was it a very good nap? Was it a very good nap? My precious kitty. You were very good. Yes, you are. You're very good. You are the precious. Good boy. Good boy. It's just water, but please don't drink it. Oh, there's a kitten. Oh, Bernie says, boo-boo, didn't like the negative energy of the orange monster. Yeah. Oh. Chris Cole says, are the cats in your panel still laughing at the Jon Stewart show? Probably. I'd like to think that they're kind of above it all. You're a big silly. I love you. Yes. And says if there's a shutdown, they'll blame Biden. Oh. Oh, boy. You're so good. Little perfect kitten. He's a good boy. No. You're so good. Oh, little cleaning. turn this down. Kind of hard to see either one of us. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. All right. Julie says, I love how Boo Boo leans in for a hug. I love that too. You're so precious. Oh, biscuits. Oh, can you see him making the biscuits? You're so good. All right, so how's things? Okay. How old is Boo Boo? That's a good question. I think he is in his early teens. Oh, he depresses. You're so adorable. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to be here now. There, so they can see you. He has his paw on my arm like, quit turning over the cards. That's just nasty energy. See, what I'm getting here is I'm not getting a real answer on if they're going to shut down the government. I'm getting choices. Oh, where's my Rory turns 13 next year? Card for the reading is the government. That's the institution. But then, oh, thank you, Mariana. Oops, that was in the middle. That's on the high. Choices. Yeah, this is just a lot of back and forth. I imagine, I'm going to guess that they'll come up with something. I don't know, because this is just all I'm getting. I'm not getting good or bad. I'm just getting choices. Legislators, well, there's Trump in the background, but there are legislators making choices. That's all I'm getting. Kind of weird. Can you hear him? Defrost says, like clockwork. Boo Boo tells you to wrap it up. Well, at least give me another 5 minutes or so. Yes, please give me another 5 minutes. Jen says, Mr. Murder Mittens turned 3 on the 14th. Oh. How you doing? It's hard to do this with one hand. He has a very smooth purr. My neck, my black cat, who I had from when I was 15 until I was 35, he purred like a Geiger counter. It was really funny. All right. You're so good. Government shutdown. What do you think? I keep getting this Ace of Wands. It could be MAGA, but it's Trump's bludgeon. Good boy. This little paws. Cute little paw. Good little paw curled up here. But you cannot touch the beans. Oh, no. Used to be able to with Nick, but this one, oh, you touch the beans, you get the means. Of course, they'll run right up to run the clock down like they always do, but Knight of Pentacles, and then there's the institution. I don't know, for all that this card is about change, it feels like stubbornness. Yeah, well, at least I'm not getting absolute awfulness, but I'll check again. Are we done? Is that what this is about? You know you're adorable. You and your brother are adorable. Yes, you are. Oh, all right. This kid said the wheels of change are stuck in red mud. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. You're so good. He can see himself on camera, but he's like, yeah, that's just me. Whatever. All right. Well, that is going to do it. Yes, that's going to do it for me for today. But I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm literally here every single day of the year. Every weekday, weekend, holiday, your birthday, my birthday, his birthday, whenever that is. I'm here to take your questions out of the chat. I had a question yesterday about when I keep mentioning creative sprints from 3 to 6. Oh, the beans. The link's in the description box. So you can always come by and get some encouragement on whatever project you want to do. Other than that, I'll roll over the questions I didn't get to, and I'll be right back here tomorrow. Please remember, you're not alone. You're not alone. We're in this together, and there are good days ahead. Hang in there. All right? I'll see you later. You're very sweet. Yes. I'm about to lower the desk, though. It's going to be very loud, but usually he doesn't seem to mind it too much. Like a fairground ride when I grab the sides of the standing desk and lower it. Ooh. Anyway. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tishy. Oh. Oh yeah, Libby, I watched a video about a guy who took his cat hiking. I've seen those. Yeah, no. He was discovered on the side of a road. He was actually found on the side of Bailey Street. Which is how he was named by himself, and he was hungry. And he wasn't even fully grown yet. So, all right, I should go. But then I have to do post-production, and I can't cuddle with the cat. All right. Hang in there. I'll see you later. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're a good boy. You'll be okay. Just have to get the mouse over there in the corner. There we go. Okay.